Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Top English channel. I am Sarah. I am so happy you are here today. I am very, very happy to see you.
And I am Mike. Hello, everyone. I am also very happy to be here. I am feeling energetic today. I am ready to talk and I am ready to help you learn English.
Today, we have a very important topic. It is a topic that people talk about every single week.
That is right, Sarah. Every Monday, people ask the same question. They ask it at work. They ask it at school. They even ask it at the supermarket.
The question is, how was your weekend? Or what did you do this weekend?
Oh, I know that question. Sometimes that question makes me nervous. When I was learning a new language, I did not know what to say. I just said, "It was good," and then I stopped talking. It was very short. It was a little bit boring.
I understand, Mike. Many learners feel that way. They want to say more, but they do not have the words, or they are afraid of making a mistake. But today, we are going to help you. We are going to give you many simple words and many simple sentences. You will feel confident. You will feel safe.
I love that. Feeling safe is so important when you speak English. Before we start, please remember to like this video, and please subscribe to our channel. It helps us a lot. It helps us make more videos for you.
Thank you, Mike. Okay, let's start with the basics. Mike, let's explain what a weekend is for our beginner friends.
Good idea. The weekend is 2 days. It is Saturday and Sunday. For most people, these are the days they do not work. They do not go to school. They relax. They spend time with family.
Exactly. So when Monday comes, people want to know about those 2 days. They want to know if you had fun. They want to know if you rested.
So, Sarah, let's imagine I'm at the office. I see you on Monday morning. I say, "Hi, Sarah. How was your weekend?" What is the first thing you say?
The first thing I say is a general answer. I give a small summary. I can say, "It was great." Or I can say, "It was very quiet." Or I can say, "It was busy but good."
Busy but good. I like that. I am often busy. So, listeners, you can say, "It was great," "It was quiet," or "It was busy." Those are 3 very easy ways to start.
Right. And then, usually, the other person waits for 1 or 2 more sentences. They want a small story. Mike, let's talk about a quiet weekend. Many people stay at home. What can they say?
Well, I love staying at home. If I stayed home, I can say, "I stayed home and I relaxed." That is a very good sentence. I stayed home and I relaxed.
That is a perfect sentence. Let's look at the words stayed and relaxed. These are in the past. We add the letters ed at the end. Stay becomes stayed. Relax becomes relaxed.
That is a very important point, Sarah. When we talk about the weekend is finished. It is in the past, so we use past words. Let's practice that. I can say, "I watched a movie."
Yes, I watched a movie. Watch becomes watched. Mike, what kind of movie did you watch?
Let's imagine I watched a funny movie, a comedy. I can say, "I watched a funny movie on Saturday night. It was very good. I laughed a lot."
I laughed a lot. That is another great past tense word. Laugh becomes laughed. So if you stay home, you can say, I stayed home, I watched a movie, I relaxed.
That is the goal. We want to keep the conversation going. So we talked about staying home. We talked about going to a cafe. What about the park? Many people go to the park with their family or their dogs.
I love the park. On Saturday, the weather was very sunny, so I went to the park. I walked for 1 hour. I saw many flowers.
I went to the park and I walked. That is a simple and beautiful sentence. Did you see any dogs at the park, Sarah?
Yes, I did. I saw many dogs. They were running and playing. It made me feel very happy.
That is another good word, happy. When we talk about our weekend, we can talk about our feelings. I can say, I went to the park. It was sunny. I felt happy.
I felt happy. Feel becomes felt. F-E-L-T. This is how we describe our emotions in the past. If the weekend was bad, you could say, I felt tired, or I felt bored. But we hope your weekend was good.
Yes, we hope you had a great time. Sarah, what about shopping? A lot of people go shopping on Saturday.
That is true. I often go to the supermarket or the mall. I can say, I went shopping. I bought some new clothes.
There's another one, bought. That's the past of buy. B-U-Y becomes B-O-U-G-H-T. I bought some clothes. I bought some food. I bought a new book.
You are doing great with these past tense words, Mike. Let's help our listeners feel more confident. Sometimes we don't do anything special. Sometimes the weekend is just okay. Is it okay to say that?
Of course, it is very honest. You can say, I didn't do much. I just stayed home and rested. This is a very common answer. Many native speakers say this. I didn't do much.
I didn't do much. That is a very useful phrase. Let's repeat it together. I didn't do much.
I didn't do much. It means my weekend was quiet. No big parties, no long trips, just resting.
And that's okay. Resting is important. Mike, what about the question, what did you do? How can we answer if we went to a party?
Oh, a party. That's exciting. You can say, I went to a party on Saturday night. There was music, there was food, I danced with my friends. It was fun.
I danced with my friends. Dance becomes danced. And it was fun. We use was to describe the weekend. The party was fun, the music was loud, the food was delicious.
This is very helpful, Sarah. I think our listeners are starting to see a pattern. We use these simple past words to tell our story. Let's try to put it all together into a small story. I will go first.
Okay, Mike, tell me about your weekend.
On Saturday, I woke up late. I slept until 9 o'clock. Then I drank a big cup of coffee. In the afternoon, I went to the park. I walked and I listened to music. In the evening, I watched a movie with my brother. It was a very relaxing day. On Sunday, I cleaned my apartment, then I visited my parents. We ate dinner together. It was a good weekend.
That was perfect, Mike. You used so many good words. Woke up, slept, drank, went, walked, listened, watched, was, cleaned, visited, ate, and it was easy to understand.
Thank you. It felt natural. I didn't use any difficult words. I just used simple sentences. Sentence number 1, I woke up. Sentence number 2, I drank coffee. This is a great way for beginners to talk. You do not need long, difficult sentences.
That is a very important tip, Mike. Short sentences are your friend. When you use short sentences, you make fewer mistakes, and people can understand you better.
Exactly. Now, Sarah, it is your turn. Tell me about your weekend.
Okay, my weekend was very busy. On Saturday morning, I went to the gym. I exercised for 1 hour. I felt very tired, but good. Then I went to the supermarket. I bought a lot of fruit and vegetables. In the evening, I cooked dinner for my family. We ate chicken and rice. On Sunday, I read a book. I read for 3 hours. It was a very interesting book. In the evening, I prepared for work. I felt ready for Monday.
Wow, Sarah, you were very busy. You went to the gym, and you cooked, and you read. I like the word cooked. Cook becomes cooked. And read is interesting. The spelling is the same, but the sound changes.
Yes, that is a tricky one. In the present, we say read, like the color green. I read every day. In the past, we say read, like the color red. Yesterday, I read a book.
I read a book, like the color red. That is a great way to remember it. So Sarah read a book and she felt ready for the week.
I did. Now, Mike, let's talk about some tips for our listeners. What can they do today to practice talking about their weekend?
My first tip is practice alone. Talk to yourself in the mirror or talk to your cat. Just say 3 things you did. I ate breakfast. I went outside. I saw a bird.
That is a great tip. Speaking out loud is very different from just thinking. You need to train your mouth to say the words.
My second tip is use a notebook. Every Sunday night, write 3 or 4 sentences about your weekend. Use the past tense. This helps you remember the words like went, saw, and ate.
I love that. Writing helps your brain organize the information. And my tip is do not worry about mistakes. If you say, I go to the park yesterday, people will still understand you. They will know you mean the past. It is okay. The more you speak, the better you will get.
That is so true, Sarah. Mistakes are just part of learning. Every expert was once a beginner. Everyone who speaks great English now made many mistakes in the beginning.
Yes, be kind to yourself. You are doing a great job just by listening to this podcast.
Sarah, let's imagine a different situation. What if someone had a bad weekend? Maybe they were sick, or maybe it rained all the time. What can they say?
That happens sometimes. If you were sick, you can say, I didn't feel well. I stayed in bed.
I didn't feel well. That is a very polite way to say you were sick. And I stayed in bed. We use stayed again.
If the weather was bad, you can say, the weather was terrible. It rained all weekend, so I stayed inside.
It rained. Rain becomes rained. I stayed inside. These are honest answers. You don't have to pretend your weekend was perfect. People like honesty. It makes you sound more natural.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about some questions you can ask other people, because a conversation is 2 people talking. It is not just you talking.
Right. If someone asks me, how was your weekend? And I answer, I should ask them the same question back.
Yes, you can say, it was good, thank you. How about you?
How about you? That is a very easy and very powerful phrase. How about you?
Or you can say, and you? Did you do anything fun?
Did you do anything fun? That is a great question. It shows you are interested in the other person. People love to talk about themselves.
They do, and it gives you a chance to listen. Listening is also a great way to learn. You can hear the words they use. You can hear their past tense verbs.
So if I ask you, Sarah, did you do anything fun? And you say, I went to a concert. I can learn the word concert from you.
Exactly. You are learning even when you're just listening to the answer.
Let's recap some of the things we talked about today. We talked about how to start an answer. You can say, it was great, it was quiet, or it was busy.
We talked about activities at home. You can say, I watched a movie, I relaxed, I cleaned my house, or I slept a lot.
We talked about going out. You can say, I went to a cafe, I met a friend, I went to the park, or I went shopping.
And we practiced some important past tense words. Go becomes went, eat becomes ate, see becomes saw, drink becomes drink, buy becomes bought.
And don't forget the regular ones. Watch becomes watched, clean becomes cleaned, play becomes played, talk becomes talked.
This is a lot of good information, but remember, you don't have to learn everything today. You can listen to this podcast again. You can listen to it while you are walking or while you are cooking.
Yes, repetition is the key to learning. The more you hear these sentences, the more natural they will feel to you. Soon, you will not have to think about the grammar. The words will just come out of your mouth.
That is the best feeling. When you speak and you don't have to translate in your head, it just flows.
We want that for all our listeners. We want you to feel confident. We want you to feel like you can talk to anyone about your weekend.
You are doing so well. Every minute you spend listening to English is a step forward. You should be proud of yourself. I am proud of you.
I'm proud of you too. Learning a language is a big adventure. It's like climbing a mountain. Sometimes it's hard, but the view from the top is amazing.
That is a beautiful way to put it, Mike. The view is being able to talk to people from all over the world.
Okay, listeners, we have a question for you. We want to hear from you. In the comments below, please tell us, what did you do last weekend?
Yes, please tell us. Try to use 2 or 3 sentences. You can say, I stayed home, or I went to the park. We will read your comments and we will give you a heart.
It's a great way to practice. Don't be afraid, just try. Even if it's a very short sentence. I drank tea. That is a perfect sentence.
We are looking forward to reading your stories. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. You are a wonderful student.
You really are. Remember to like this video if you found it helpful and share it with a friend who is also learning English. Learning together is more fun.
And don't forget to subscribe. We have many more lessons coming for you. We want to help you every step of the way.
Have a wonderful day and have a wonderful weekend when it comes.
Goodbye, everyone. See you in the next episode.
Bye-bye. Happy learning.